Hi, I'm John Mueller, and this is Trombone Tips for Euphonium players. As a euphonium player, you could have a really good sound, but then when you get up to trombone, even when you're not moving the slide, you can have a sound that just isn't quite right. Many times, euphonium players sound a little woofy or hollow out front. And there's a couple reasons for that. One is that the cylindrical bore of the trombone takes your air a little differently than the conical bore euphonium. You might consider a slightly shallower, smaller mouthpiece on trombone. Some of the euphonium mouthpieces are quite big. And also look at the inside dimensions. A cupped trombone mouthpiece sometimes will help you find a good tone better than a funnel-shaped large euphonium mouthpiece. But the key factor here is that you need to hear that core in your sound from behind the bell. The proximity of the bell to your ear on trombone is different than on euphonium, as is the nature of that core sound, or what's sometimes called the grit or the rub. You need to get that rub in sound behind the bell. Up close it doesn't sound good, but as your sound gets out into the hall, it'll open up and sound wonderful. If you sound really full and round, big behind the bell, then chances are you're not going to have the core you need out in front. An exercise that I like to do to find the rub and maintain that focused sound is simply a crescendoing long tone exercise. I'll blow air through the lips, purposely having them maybe a little bit loose, and then as the airspeed gets to be right, the lips will engage and you'll hear that focused resonant tone. It goes like this. You'll notice that I didn't use the tongue at all. I got a core sound, and then I'm in first position, and then I moved it down the slide. You need to be able to get that focused sound throughout all the positions and in all your different registers, middle, upper, lower. Okay, it's a good exercise. You can do it on all first note positions. You don't have to move the slide if you don't want to, but make sure you hear that core to your sound. If you don't hear when that core appears, if you can't hear it, then have someone listen to you from across the room. They can give you a little signal as to when the core is actually there. You may be surprised that it doesn't sound really good to you behind the bell, but if you can remember to make that sound, then out front where it really counts, you're going to have a great sound.